Good evening and welcome to the Kennedy Center and the Millennium Stage, a free performance series brought to you by Target. We're here at 6 o'clock each night of the week, 365 days a year, to bring you the best in music, dance, theater, and more. If you're unable to join us in person, please visit us online at kennedy-center.org, where we broadcast each night's performance live as well as make past performances available in our broadcast archives. Now please join me in welcoming the United States Naval Academy Brass Quintet.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming to our concert tonight here at the Millennium Stage. We are the United States Naval Academy Band Brass Quintet, and we come to you from Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we serve the military and the country through music as a part of the Navy's oldest and finest band. Before I talk about our program, I'd like to introduce the members of the quintet. We are all musician first classes. My name is musician first class Nathaniel Wilson. On trumpet, we have MU1 David DeArmond, MU1 Christopher Buchanan. On trombone, we have MU1 Clint Woltering, and on tuba, we have MU1 Travis Sandell. The first piece that we played for you tonight was Entrance Exit by David Sampson. It was written in 2003, and the composer intended it to be either an opener or a closer for a recital. So we decided to use it as an opener tonight. The next piece that we're going to play is by Clint Needham. It is entitled Circus. It is a 5-movement brass quintet. The movements are entry, clowns, the ringleader, the contortionist, and finale. And this is a very exciting piece, just like the circus is exciting. It uses a lot of different techniques in brass quintet playing. One of the most exciting things is the tuba mute. So keep your eye out for that when that shows up in the 4th movement. So we hope you enjoy Circus by Clint Needham. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. So the next piece that we are going to play for you is a piece written by the late great film composer Michael Kamen, who wrote probably close to about 100 movie scores, a lot of them from the 80s and 90s. Some of the bigger known ones would be Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Mr. Holland's Opus, X-Men, a whole bunch more on top of that. And he also did a lot of collaborations with different rock bands where he would do orchestral accompaniments to their songs, like Pink Floyd, Metallica, Rush. He would just make these different accompaniments, and they'd either have them on CDs or he'd give full concerts where the orchestra would accompany them. So he was very innovative in sort of trying to help keep what we do in symphonic music more current and relevant. And it kind of goes without saying that that's the kind of person that we really want writing original music for our kind of group. So, but unfortunately, he passed away before he could write anything more than just one piece, which was commissioned by the Canadian Brass Quintet. So what we have is just a nice, slow, powerful, one-movement work that's kind of a tribute to his legacy. So we hope you all enjoy Michael Kamen's Brass Quintet.
we frequently get questions when we play these kinds of jobs like, well, what exactly is a Naval Academy band, or what exactly do you guys do as military musicians? And we're just a smaller part of the Naval Academy Band, which is a 65-member organization that consists primarily of a larger concert band and you might be surprised to know a rock band, actually. They probably the best paid cover band around town, if you ask me. But from those two units, we divide up into all sorts of things, like this brass quintet. We have ceremonial units, a marching band, woodwinds, chamber groups, all sorts of things to perform the sort of variety of jobs that we get asked to do as military musicians. And we are tied specifically to the Naval Academy, and the superintendent of the Naval Academy is Vice Admiral Michael Miller, and we support his ceremonial needs as well as a brigade of midshipmen at the Naval Academy. So it's a pretty diverse job. We do lots of things, and it's always nice when we get to play in a great hall like this in front of a great audience. So it's, I'm not going to say I don't like marching, but I certainly appreciate doing this a lot more than that part of my job. So. Our next piece kind of rounds out this program. Don't worry, it's not the end, but no military concert is complete without the performance of a march. So this next piece, we're going to check that requirement. It's by a Czech composer who actually spent much of his musical career also as a military bandsman in and around Eastern Europe, both as a musician, composer, and a band leader. He's famous for a march called Entrance of the Gladiators, which if you've ever been to the Circus, you've probably heard and know that one. But we're going to change it up a little with another popular march of his called the Florentiner.
Thank you. Our next composer is somebody that you've probably heard of if you're a music lover, and if you're here at the Kennedy Center, you probably are a music lover. But you may not have heard of this person as a composer. So Michael Tilson Thomas, for over the last 25 years or so, has become somewhat of a household name as both a conductor and as an advocate for music and for music education. But like one of his great mentors, Leonard Bernstein, he always had this sort of unrealized, unfulfilled desire to compose. And Bernstein, I had to write this down because I thought this was great. This is what Bernstein said to him. He said, "You have to develop the compulsion to share your music, and then you'll do something about it. When you're ready, you'll be ready." And so in 1987, Thomas was ready. And one of his first pieces was written for the Empire Brass Quintet. And the result is Street Song. Street Song is really a piece in the great American tradition where we're combining these elements of traditional classical music with this very American sense of jazz and folk music. And if you hear a little bit of Bernstein's voice speaking in it, then don't be surprised at all. So this is Street Song.
Thank you very much. Before we move to our last selection on our program, I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of Lieutenant Commander Trzynski and Ensign Mansfield and all the men and women of the United States Naval Academy Band. It's just been a pleasure to come and perform for you all this evening. I'd like to thank the Kennedy Center here for inviting us. It's just an honor to be here. Some people that worked with us directly: Diane Ezrans, Matt Kattenberg, Wesley Lovell, Dempsey Hamilton, and the sound engineers and some of the camera engineers that are around here. Thank you all so much for your work. Couldn't do it without you. The last piece that we're going to do tonight is by a dear friend of mine. I've known Kevin Mckee for about 10 years. We met each other at the Aspen Music Festival. He's a fellow trumpeter, and he came out to the University of Maryland for his master's to study trumpet with Mr. Chris Gecker down there, and also got into a little composing. He was taking a class, and for the final in the class, he had to write a piece. And so for this piece, he's from Northern California. I've never been there. If some of y'all have, you may know what I'm talking about. So he imagined himself back home in Northern California, and there is a rock formation called Castle Crags. So he envisioned himself at the top of Castle Crags as he hiked up. A storm was coming in, and he had to get off the mountain as quickly as possible. So he tried to envision this and to put it into music, which he's done brilliantly here today. And if you like his music, he has written some other stuff. And I'm more than happy to tell you about it, or you can ask him about it, because he's been gracious enough to come and listen to us this evening. So hopefully we'll do a really good job for him. Again, thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy Escape by Kevin Mckee. Thank you all very much for coming. If you all would have any interest in speaking to us about the Navy music program, what we do, or anything, feel free to come up. Thanks so much.